Once a man cheats, you are now in an open relationship. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He opened it and you keep.
Hi, man here. I'm going to explain the guilt or shame that a man feels after he cheated on you. Barely any. A man barely cares if you even in the hospital.
When guys cheat, it's like we want something new. You want something new, right? But then you know what happens? Your woman finds out, and now she's new. She's never the same again. So now you got new, but you got a bad new.
And this doesn't just apply to cheating. It applies to breaking her trust as a whole. See, you have to understand, when you first got into this relationship and you earned her trust, there was a certain limitation or boundary that she thought you wouldn't reach. So when you decide to reach that limitation or cross it, or to cross that boundary as a whole, she now was left in a place to question her trust. There was a certain level of vulnerability that was given because of that trust. So now she'll have to readjust to this new level of trust and vulnerability. The relationship dynamic may change for a long time or even possibly forever.
Once a man cheats, you are now in an open relationship. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He opened it and you keep, now it's open. It's always put yourself first. Exactly. If they didn't want an open relationship, they wouldn't have suggested one by having one. That's how it goes. And a man can't expect a woman not to do anything after she finds out that he cheated. I mean, this lady cooking and cleaning, washing your dirty drawers, waiting on you to come home with a big plate in her hand, and you out there cheating, and she find out. You don't think she gonna go cheat back if she can? She gonna go cheat back probably 3 times more than you did, just for wasting her time, energy, and playing with her emotions. Because women go hard. They do. You might have cheated once, she gonna cheat 3 times. And just until she can forgive you. Okay, I forgive you, sir. Let me go cheat 10 times. And then the man was like, "Oh, you cheated on me." Well, you did too. Okay.
Even if he doesn't feel any guilt for cheating on his girlfriend, he feels some shame that he has to live a double.
Hi, man here. I'm going to explain the guilt or shame that a man feels after he cheated on you. Barely any. A man barely cares if you even in the hospital, let alone if he cheated on you. Do y'all ladies really think a man is going to be cheating on you and stop and say, I'm living a double life? Let's be serious, bro. Let's be so serious. Now, it's not all men, but more than most men is so detached from life. Do you think they really have a soul? That's a rhetorical question. Because your answer can't be yeah. It can't be. And then y'all keep saying like, oh, well, men feel guilt or shame as if men is not as bad as society makes them out to be. Men are terrible. I don't even want to be around men.
Every man you've ever been with has cheated. I'm going to tell you that first. Whether they're going to tell you, whether you found out after, before, whenever, they have stepped out of the relationship. Even the guy you with now, he's cheating on you. I guarantee you. It's just a manly thing. Men we hunters. We gonna hunt. You know, we're not gonna tell you everything we knocked down, everything we hunted. Be realistic. I think loyalty is more of a I'm always make sure you straight type thing. Like, you know, whether mentally, financially, if you call my phone and I care about you, I could be with a bitch right now. If I'm go make sure you straight, I consider that loyalty. Because we can't control nobody. You've been cheated on, bro. Tell me. The nigga you're with right now is cheating on you. I hate to say it, I hate to be the bearer, but it's going on. It's 2023. You don't think, oh man, you don't think he fucking. There's some niggas real good at keeping it. Some niggas only cheat at the club, one night stand.
I do believe that all men cheat. Now, don't come for me. You might think your man is special and he does not cheat. You just don't know that man. You just don't know that yet because men are very sneaky when it comes to cheating, and they will do it and not feel any type of way about it at all. And they will continue to go on with their life. But the only thing that I do notice is that they cannot take it when the woman cheats. And if you do cheat and they realize that you cheat, or they found out that you cheat, then they cannot trust you. Or if you find out that they cheat, then they also cannot trust you, because now they think that you're going to cheat on them, which then is going to ruin the whole relationship, even though they've been cheating the entire relationship. As soon as they find out that you've been cheating, then it's a whole different ball game, and it's something completely different. The one thing that I know for a fact that you could do if your men cheat is to...
Why do men cheat? Yes, if you have enough relationships, you probably will be cheated on. Now, is it because there's something wrong with you? Not really. What really is the case is if a guy cheats on you, it's because he doesn't love you and the relationship has gone bad and he's also a coward, okay? Now, a lot of people get it all mixed up. They think the relationship's good, then cheating happens and the relationship goes bad. Not the case. The relationship is good and then it goes bad and then cheating occurs, okay? Once cheating has occurred, the relationship went bad ages ago.
Ladies, once a man gets caught cheating, just know that he will never trust you again. That's right. He will get paranoid that you will cheat back, because that's exactly what he would do if you were to cheat. So keep an eye out. Be aware.
Of course, man cheating is bad. But I think the worst thing a man can do is start confiding in other women. In a relationship, you have a duty to at least use that other person for your emotional confidence. When you start doing that with outside parties that's not like a direct family member, I think that's where like actual cheating is. A man like cheating, like going to have sex with some girl or whatever, that's bad. But I think it's worse when he starts relying upon her for like emotional aid.
Like,
Yeah,
I never want to be cheated on. I've never been cheated on. But I feel like if I had to choose one, I would rather it be, I'm at the club, I'm drunk, I slept with this girl, versus, I've been confiding in my coworker Molly in accounting, and she knows all of our business. So
it's definitely a difference. It's definitely a difference.
I'm happy she said that, because I got this analogy I use, like if you went up to your man's job and he got promoted and he didn't know you was there and he whipped out his phone and called up his female friend to celebrate with her. I think that's way worse than like cheating.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because then I feel like it's a connection at that point.
I cheated on my wife when we were dating, and it got to the point where like I had to really
I think sometimes when people cheat, they make the assumption that the person that they, or the people that they affected, have to move to healing as fast as they want them to, so that they can feel better about themselves. When the truth of the matter is that no matter what your reason for cheating was, you took the option to not be a part of it away from your significant other or your partner. And in taking away that option, you have to give your partner time to trust not only themselves and you, but the environment around them. Because cheating is not just me finding out that you slept with somebody or spoke with somebody or was in somebody's text message. It's not about that. It's about the fundamental, like, primitive reason why we trusted you in the first place. And when you take away that foundation, you eradicate everything that came before the affair. So you have to give your person, especially if they decide to try to work through it with you, the time, the grace, and the respect to heal as they see fit. Because if it takes them a year or 2 years, you need to understand that you took away a lot of their security and safety when you decided that you were going to be with somebody else. I just think that a lot of people forget that you didn't just have an affair. You broke the foundation on which your relationship standing on. It's just, yo, people need time to heal before they, oh, I can't say that. This is the internet. Anyway.
When a man really likes and loves a woman, right, and he does cheat, one problem is that, or I hate to use the word cheat, infidelity, right? One of the things is he is already looked down upon and shamed upon. So it's like, if infidelity is something that happens so often, right? It's not something that is new to everybody. It happens in, I would say, probably at least half of the relationships in people's lives, at least at one point in time. So if we were able to accept it as a norm, and it would have less shame attached to it, less, hey, it's about me being, like, I don't know why women be like...
Can I ask, are you speaking to people, or are you speaking to women and women accepting it? Because I can totally understand if we make it a norm for men to be cheated on as well.
I'm speaking for people.
Okay.
I'm not going back and forth with the antics.
It's not antics.
But I'm saying this, it is something that happens on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Cheating happens regardless. But every time somebody cheats, somebody has to take it in a personal way where it's like,
personal.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, that's very personal. If you look me in my face, if I'm taking care of you, I'm working to take care of you, you look at me in my face, say everything all good, right? I'm breaking my back, and you go suck and then come lay in the bed with me and kiss me, that's very personal.
Man, I don't give a damn how mad you get at me. Every time you cheat, every time you're about to cheat, your girl flashes in your head.
Every time.
Every time you're about to cheat.
Crazy.
So if a man make that choice,
that is true.
Every time he's about to cheat, his girl flashes in his head.
That is
it
true.
ain't no automatic cheat. We fall for the urge because we ain't mastered ourselves. But every time we cheat, that shit flashes in our head every
There is some weird
time.
shit, yo. It's true,
Huh?
though.
That makes it worse.
I know, but that's why I gave the game up. I didn't want to give it up.
That makes it way worse.
Oh shit! I should.
It don't make.
I'm gonna give you another point.
It's weird. It's weird.
I'm gonna give you another point, ladies, and y'all might not like this, but this is the game. Sorry, fellas, again. The reason we fall forward, the reason we fall and go ahead and that girl, even though the flash comes in our head, is because we love ourselves more than we love you.
Yep, that's a fact.
You getting it right here.
That's a fact.
A question that comes up a lot is, does a man feel sorry for cheating on you? And if I'm keeping it all the way 1,000, in just my opinion, right, I don't think a man feels sorry for cheating, right? So it's like this. It's like, me personally, if I'm in a relationship with a girl, I'm not going to accidentally cheat on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and most guys who do cheat, like, they plan it. Like they don't really care about it. Like, to them, it's like they believe in their head that that's just how men are. Like, you know, we have girlfriends and we just fuck other girls. Like, that's how guys who cheat on you think. Like, they think like that. They think it's okay to, like, sleep with other girls and still be in a relationship. So in my opinion, I don't think they feel sorry for it. So if a guy is saying it, I mean, you do it if you got to do it. It's your life. Me personally, if I get into a relationship, I'm not going to cheat on my shorty because that's fucked up. I wouldn't want that happen to me.
Why men who cheat feel guilty.
I will disagree, and I'm going to get lots of like incels who've never even had a girlfriend say, no, we don't cheat, no, we don't feel guilty, but they do. And if you don't feel guilty, you've divorced emotion from attachment, and that's not good. That's not good either. If you don't feel any guilt when you cheat, because here's why you should feel some level of shame. You're living two lives. Anybody who lives inauthentically should feel guilty or should feel ashamed of themselves because you're still not in your masculine if you're living two lives. You have not got the balls to say to somebody, I'm doing this tonight. When you can't express what you're actually, who you truly are, and you're living a double life, how can you be a masculine man? The men that actually say, I'm married to 2 women, I've got 3 girlfriends, they don't feel any shame or guilt because they're expressing their authentic self. But the man who has to hide his phone, run here, send his location there, what nonsense is this? How are you a high-value man if you're scared your girlfriend's going to ring you at a certain time? You're shook of her. So live an authentic life and then you won't feel any shame or guilt. But the guy that has to hide it, even if he doesn't feel any guilt for cheating on his girlfriend, he feels some shame that he has to live a double life.
You want to know if he's cheating on you, and I'm going to tell you. We all know who've been there, what the signs are, and here they are. Now, not every guy is like this. If you're with a psychopath, that's a whole different video. This is for a normal guy with a conscience who's cheating on you. The signs start whenever they meet her and they feel that spark. That's when the signs start. And that is when your woman's intuition is going to start being like, ooh, something's going on, something's going on. And it will not start with him like having a second phone, coming home late, all that stuff. No, it starts with vibe. It starts with him pulling away. First of all, it starts with him pulling away and you feeling an emotional distance in you, something that makes you feel like you're just doing something and you're going about your life and like your head comes up. You know that feeling? Like where you're just going about your life and like your head comes up and you're like, what? That's the feeling. That is the first sign that your guy is interested and has met somebody else. Now, it could be somebody at work and it could never turn into anything, but that is the very first sign. The second sign, and I don't know why men do this because it's completely idiotic, they will actually start talking about how they know her. Like maybe they met her at the basketball court. Maybe they met her at the gym. Maybe they met her at work and they're working on a project together. They will start talking about basketball, gym, the project, whatever. Because what do we do when we like somebody? We start talking about them. Well, he can't really talk about her. So he's going to start talking about this thing way more than he ever started talking about it before. That's how he knows her. Thirdly, he may actually mention her and ask him about her. He's going to be like, oh no, I don't even like her. No, she's not my type. I don't even like her. If a guy has a girl's name come out his mouth without being asked direct question and his answer is her name, like if a girl's name just comes out his mouth, that is a problem. Guys don't just talk about girls unless they like them. They do not. Fourthly, he may start dressing differently or talking differently. Why? Because he is going to want to start aligning himself with her. If she has a certain phrase that she uses a lot or a certain way that she talks, he may start to talk more like her. The pace and cadence of his talking may change. He will start to like things she likes that he never liked before. Oh, she's into this sport? All of a sudden, he who has never cared about that sport will start liking that sport. Oh, she likes this kind of wine. All of a sudden, he who has always been a Bud Light drinker, all of a sudden, he likes this kind of wine. Next is when you may notice there's a problem if you haven't been tuned in all this time to changes in the weather in him. He will start becoming critical of you and irritable at home. And you will start saying, what's going on? What's the problem? You'll try asking him, what's going on? What's going on is he's been through steps like 1 through 7 or 8 already, getting closer to and liking another girl. And again, maybe nothing has happened yet, but he's already been through steps 1 through 8, and you have a grade A 5 alarm fire on your hands. Next, they're going to go to lunch, or they're going to go to dinner, or they're going to walk the dogs together, or they're going to make some kind of plans to meet up. They will. And from that point, it is a very short slope to them being in each other's arms. It is from that point, from the first point that they actually make plans to see each other and be alone together. It is like, maybe the rest of the time span has been this long, okay? This long. From the point that they actually verbalize, let's see each other, and they could still be like dancing around the issue and be like, oh yeah, we should go for a run together sometime. Oh yeah, we should. Oh, I love that place. We should have lunch together sometime there. From the point in time that they verbalize that they should get together one-on-one with nobody else there, I'm telling you right now, you at that point, you do not exist to him. You do not exist to him. Your kids don't exist to him. Your mortgage doesn't exist to him. The life you've built doesn't exist to him. He has got a one-track singular mind to getting with that girl, period. And it is a very short slope and steep slope from that conversation to him actually not knowing what happened and I was drunk and I have no idea what happened. It's because you already been through steps 1 through 8, because you didn't guard your heart, because you weren't paying attention, because you don't have any respect for yourself or for me or for our relationship. And quite frankly, because you don't fear that I will walk away if you ever pull that mess with me. And you don't love me enough to not want to risk losing our relationship. So if those things aren't in place, he might as well go cheat with somebody else because y'all don't belong together. And that's a fact. Period.
All right, ladies, you're gonna hate me, but thank me for this one. If your partner starts being extra clingy or affectionate or starts asking a lot of questions about what you've been doing lately out of nowhere with no justifiable reason, I hate to break it to you, sis, but he's either cheating on you or entertaining multiple different people. Them being that way is a projection of their internal guilt.
Why men who cheat feel guilty.
I will disagree, and I'm going to get lots of like incels who've never even had a girlfriend say, no, we don't cheat, no, we don't feel guilty, but they do. And if you don't feel guilty, you've divorced emotion from attachment, and that's not good. That's not good either. If you don't feel any guilt when you cheat, because here's why you should feel some level of shame. You're living two lives. Anybody who lives inauthentically should feel guilty or should feel ashamed of themselves because you're still not in your masculine if you're living two lives. You have not got the balls to say to somebody, I'm doing this tonight. When you can't express what you're actually, who you truly are, and you're living a double life, how can you be a masculine man? The men that actually say, I'm married to 2 women, I've got 3 girlfriends, they don't feel any shame or guilt because they're expressing their authentic self. But the man who has to hide his phone, run here, send his location there, what nonsense is this? How are you a high-value man if you're scared your girlfriend's going to ring you at a certain time? You're shook of her. So live an authentic life, and then you won't feel any shame or guilt. But the guy that has to hide it, even if he doesn't feel any guilt for cheating on his girlfriend, he feels some shame that he has to live a double life.
Now I know I have a lot of different people on my channel watching my videos. I would love to hear your comment in the comment section below. What are your opinions when it comes to men cheating? And do you believe that all men cheat, or majority of men cheat? Or it's not, most men don't cheat, or they're just as faithful as the information that you have. You don't know. But if you believe that all men cheat, leave it in the comment below. I'd love to hear your opinion on this topic because it's a hot topic now and people are speaking out because of TikTok. And that is one of the reasons why I would hate if they do ban TikTok, because you're learning so much from other people, because everyone is kind of going through the same thing and you're learning so much. So leave your comment below.